Was Heidi and Spencer's separation real? Why did Justin Bobby wear combat boots to the beach? And why is Lo done with the rest of the cast? Keep watching to learn if you were fooled. It may be hard to remember now, but Heidi Montag and Lauren Conrad always had a tumultuous friendship. They may have finally cut ties after the sex tape rumours, but the besties had a blowout in the very first episode. For those who need a refresher, in the series premiere, Elsie landed her first major assignment at Teen Vogue, assisting at the Young Hollywood party. Everything seemed to be going off without a hitch until Montag showed up uninvited, snuck into a VIP area, and had a very public fight with her then-boyfriend. As a result, Elsie almost lost her internship. Basically, the storyline was pretty iconic and basically set the scene for the rest of Heidi and Lauren's doomed friendship. While nearly costing someone their job is grounds for a bestie breakup, there's a reason the friends didn't cut ties until years later. This storyline was totally staged. While Montag told ID that the first season was pretty real, she also revealed, "There were a few setups. I didn't crash Lauren's Vogue party or certain things like that." As far as reality TV heartthrobs go, Justin Bobby Brescia quickly gained a following for his irresistible bad boy persona. There was something so deliciously early aughts about Justin Bobby's two first names, his motorcycle, his penchant for eyeliner and black nail polish, his rock band, and the fact he wore a beanie regardless of the weather. In many ways, he was a heady mix between vintage Carson Daly and Johnny Depp, before the divorce drama, of course. Brescia is basically the ideal archetype of a television bad boy, so much so that it's hard not to scream he's never going to commit at Audrina Patridge through the TV. Out of all of Brescia's quirks, he's mostly remembered for one thing, and that's when Homeboy wore combat boots to the beach. It was Spitfire truth from Lauren Conrad, who rattled off the insult after he allegedly ditched Patridge.
Homeboy wore combat boots to the beach.
Sadly, the boots were a one-time thing. In an episode of the podcast Reality Life with Kate Casey, Brescia admitted he chose the peculiar beachwear because he wasn't actually planning to go to the beach, saying, "They called me on my off day and asked me to actually shoot some scenes, and I was with my boys riding Harleys." Brescia also claimed he never ditched Patridge. Producers reportedly had the star bring her own helmet to make it look like they were riding together, but that wasn't the case. Not every storyline on The Hills was fake. For instance, Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt have been married for over a decade, share one child, and are trying for another baby together. They really fell in love and really tied the knot on the show. However, according to an Instagram post Montag shared in 2021, a good 90% of the series was fake. In particular, all of the on-screen fights she had with her husband were apparently just for show, despite the fact that he often acted kind of shady. In 2008, Spencer and Heidi officially became known as Spidey. The marriage marked the end of Montag's longtime friendship with Conrad, as the show's star refused to trust her former BFF's new husband. But the marriage also seemingly imploded shortly after the pair said "I do." A year after walking down the aisle, Montag filed for a separation. However, that never actually happened. According to multiple reports, the pair faked the whole split, which ended in their reconciliation and vow renewal for the sake of getting press. Basically, it was a classic Spidey move. Though Lo Bosworth was a tertiary character on The Hills, she was also one of Elsie's oldest friends, or colleagues at least. The pair first appeared together in Laguna Beach before graduating high school and moving on to the spin-off. Today, Bosworth is pretty far removed from the rest of the cast. She runs a successful wellness company called Love Wellness and opted out of the New Beginnings reboot. In fact, she even slammed her former castmates over the new series because she's seriously over it. According to Bosworth, the cast were never really her friends to begin with, which could be why she was allegedly willing to throw Kristen Cavallari under the bus for a Birkin. Bosworth said during an episode of the Lady Lovin' podcast, "I don't want any association with any of those people. The dissociation from all those people is what I'm hungry for. I think everybody actually feels that way about their co-workers, which is really what the Hills was. It was a job, a job. In other words, Elsie was nothing more than Bosworth's work wife." Heidi Montag moved to Hollywood with Lauren Conrad, but the former Teen Vogue intern became increasingly enthralled with her boyfriend Jason Waller. No one's forgotten Elsie became the girl who didn't go to Paris because of Waller. In Conrad's absence and without many connections in the area, Montag ended up forging a friendship with Audrina Patridge. The friendship was real, but the first meeting was a total setup. In an interview with ID, Patridge revealed that when she was cast for the show, she had never seen Laguna Beach and certainly never met the people who were about to be her co-stars. Instead, she caught the eye of producer Adam DeVello when he was scouting locations for the show. She was sitting poolside at the apartment complex that Conrad and Montag moved into in the first season. From there, Patridge met with the casting director and landed the part of one of Lauren and Heidi's first LA friends. And the rest is history.
This is my first new friend in LA.
Though the circumstance was completely staged, the friendship blossomed organically on camera. Producers made sure to keep Montag and Patridge separated for 2 weeks before filming, so when they met by the pool, it was their very first introduction. Luckily, it worked out, and Patridge and Montag have stayed friends ever since. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favourite TV shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.